So, parang may offshoot na yung magpakailanman. Diba? And yes, I think it did bring me closer. But it were not as if that I was new to that. Sanay ako sa ganun. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Last question po, just picking up from what you said, that it's, still a medium to tell stories, this time via drama. In the 23 years po, what have you noticed that has perhaps changed, improved, or kung ano man po yung na-notice is a story of the Filipino people, because you tell them through these different dramas. Ano na po ang kwento ng buhay natin ngayon?
Marami, with the advent of social media, may mga pangalan pa ngayon, millennials, Gen Z, and may mga ganyan pa di ba? Dami And of course, I am now in my life at a stage where, wow, parang, ano yun? Diba? So marami nagbabago because of the changes also surrounding us. No? So, and we try our best in Mapakailanman to adapt to this. Because the host is not a millennial. Diba? So how do you do that? And I tell the people in the show, it doesn't mean because may Gen Z, may Gen Alpha, may millennial, doesn't mean na wala na nung mga panahon namin. Andiyan pa rin tayo. No? We still live in the same universe. Huh? We still eat the same food. Oh. We still appreciate the same good blessings from the Lord. Lahat tayo, ano pa yan. So we are presenting our show wholeheartedly, lovingly, to all. Lahat. In spite of, and in front of all the changes that are happening in the universe.
Thank you po.
You are so welcome.
Thank you very much, Ms. Tessa Mauricio.
There once, for so long, how many years ako sa foundation? And mind you, may interject, ako din na nagsimula ng ABS-CBN Foundation. Before I left ABS, sabi na yun, may ABS-CBN Foundation na. So when I came here to GMA, sabi ni Mr. Seba, you don't know Mr. Seba? Anybody among you who knows Mr. Seba? Sige.
Pagkakaan ako yung edad, tita.
Ha?
Pagkakalataan yung edad.
Mr. Seba was a general manager at the time that I transferred from ABS. Sabi niya, kung nandito ka na rin na, tayo mo ng foundation, sabi niya. Siguro mga ilang buwan pa lang ako dito. So now we have the GMA Kapuso Foundation, which is really doing so much for our people.
Maraming salamat po, Ms. Mel. And may we call on Mr. Lloyd Pino of Lionheart TV.
Hi, Lloyd. You're Lloyd?
Yes.
Oh, you? Kasi she raised her hand also behind you. Okay, Lloyd. Go ahead, Lloyd.
Hello po, Ms. Chandler. Ito po yung first question ko. What impact do you think Magpakailanman has made on Philippine television and society?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, please?
What impact do you think Magpakailanman has made on Philippine television?
Has what?
Has made on Philippine television and
Oh,
society.
the contribution of Magpakailanman. To Philippine television. Okay. First of all, it is yung true stories, make very good content. True to life stories make very good content. Remember, we began 23 years ago. Hindi pa yan, yung mga true to life, mga ganyan. Hindi. Magpakailanman na nag-umpisa niyan. Ang mga panahon namin. Pacquiao! Pacquiao started in Magpakailanman. Did you know that? Hindi pa siya champion. Oo nga. Nasa gulo ng dila ko. Vicky
Vicky Bello.
Also, Vicky Bello. Sa Geronimo. Marami na mga mga bagong mga pa noon. So that is one of the things that I think, a contribution of magpakailanman to the industry. That's what what you want to know, di ba? Yun. And then, using the medium, the drama anthology and the television, to inspire people. Like, dati, sa lang yan, sa simbahan pag linggo. Di ba? Yung mga pare, yung mga lang pa, homily, gospel, yung ganyan, no? Pero ngayon hindi. You can inspire people in this way, in a drama anthology. Of course, marami na sumunod, but that's precisely also na one of the things that na nagawa ng magpakailanman, is to begin doing this, and it has again now, it has caught on. Marami ng mga ganyan na nagagawa. Pero I'd like to think magpakailanman was one of the first to do it. Alright? Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lloyd Pino from Lionheart TV. May we call on naman, Miss Trina Tiangco from GMA International.
Hi Trina, are you related to me? Or am I related to you? Let's figure it out. Now, who are your parents?
I'm from Malabon.
Oh yes. Who are your parents? Your parents, yung parents.
Roberto Tiangco.
And
My mom po is from Bulacan.
your mom is from Bulacan.
Yes.
And your father, sino ang parents ng father mo?
Hindi ko na rin po masyadong nasundan yung lineage. Pero,
Ay, hindi mo na.
opo.
Palagi ko, doon ako papasok eh. By virtue of age. Doon, hindi sa father mo. Sa parents niya siguro. Kasi kung malabon kayo, magkamag-anak tayo. Ano si Toby?
Parang 3 degrees.
O sige, si pamangkin ko si Toby eh. O meron ng connection. Diba? O siguro,
Dito pa rin kanta.
Hoy, teka muna, bata ka ha? Huwag na huwag kung madali mo akong tawagin Lola ha? Ako ha? Tita lang ha? Okay, go ahead Trina. What do you want to know?
Miss Bell, yung question po, you've mentioned you've done 1,000 and more stories po for the show. Pero kung papipiliin po kayo, if you were to choose who you want to feature pa po sa program, sino pa po kaya yun and why?
Well, I answered this the last time, bro. You remember? So maybe I will give the same answer because that is from my heart. But it will require a miracle, Tina. It will require a miracle. Kasi tayong lahat na mayroong takot sa Diyos. Tayong lahat na nagmamahal sa kapwa natin. Tayong lahat na gusto nating gumanda ang buhay natin, di ba? I mean, you expect that from each and every one of us, right? Isa rin ako dun. I'm God-fearing. I love people. I like to listen to the stories. I want, nagtataka ako. Laki-laki pagtakahan ko. Kung paano nagiging masama ang tao tulad ng mga walang hiyang mga kontraktor ng flood control project. Paano nabubulok ang konsyensya ng isang tao? Paano na natitiis na gawin yun sa kapwa niya? Sa bansa ng hanggang ngayon, third world country pa rin. Mahirap pa rin. Paano mo gagawin yun? Asa ang konsyensya mo? May puso ka ba? May kaluluwa ka ba? Parang wala kinikilabutan ako. Every time, kinikilabutan ako to even think how that happens na nabubulok ang konsyensya ng isang tao. So you see, even in Magpakailanman, we also feature sometimes stories that are mysteries. No? Sa amin, misteryoso. Or should I say, hindi mo lubusang naiintindihan yung mga pangyayari. And it doesn't mean yung katulad ng yung ganyang kalalaking impormasyon na or ganyang kalalaking kasamaan. No, hindi naman, not necessarily na ganun kagrabe. Yan yung, ano ba mga na-feature namin? Nag-feature kami kailan lang. Madaming reaction dun eh. Yung batang namatay sa aso. Kailan lang yan? A few weeks ago. No? A few weeks ago. Batang namatay dahil sa kagat ng aso. Very, not all. Excuse me. Hindi lahat nakakaalam na gano'n kagrabe ang innocent na kagat ng aso. Na nakakamatay pala. Ang kagat ng aso. Pag binabayaan mo. Kasi usually yan, especially in the provinces, kinagat ng aso, wala lang. Wala lang, kinagat lang ng aso eh. Hindi, nanunan yan, kinalmot lang, kinalmot. Ay nako, see, hindi pala ganon. Ikaw pala, hindi pwede mamatay yan. O, ano pa yung isa na feature namin ng autism? See? Nag-feature kami, na-feature namin, mental problems. No? Yung iba kasi, akala nila, yung isang taon, pumatay ng, ilan dyan, ano? Sa area nila. Hindi nila alam, there is such a thing as schizophrenia. Hindi alam yan. Hindi alam ng mga tao na may sakit palang ganyan. At hindi rin alam ng tao na ang sakit palang ganyan, nagagamot. It will take a long time. Pero nagagamot pala yan. It's just like any other disease. Kung meron kang sakit sa puso, may sakit ka may cancer ka, nagagamot yung problema sa pag-iisip. Kaya nandiyan yung nakikita natin, lalo na sa probinsya, nakatali ang mga tao. Tinatali. Why? Because they did not know how to deal with this. May kamag-anak siya, may mahal siya sa buhay, di ba? Na who gets violent, lumalayas, tumaalaga. Ang gagawin nila, itatali nila. Instead of bringing that person to the hospital. Yan, gusto namin yan, yung mga ganyang istorya na nakapagbibigay ng impormasyon, di lang inspirasyon, but impormasyon sa tao, na-educate namin sila, nabibigyan namin ng kaalaman on how to handle these things.